Thank you very much. I think let us respect the time, so I'll be very short and very crisp. Though I had a long presentation, what respected minister said yesterday, I would try to link everything, what has been spoken so far to make the 5 trillion economy and the industrial 4.0. We have talked what revolutionary changes one need to do it. And recently we have shifted from oil-gas economy to gas-based economy. A lot of work is going on. We are talking of 9th and 10th round of city gas distribution. And the new policy, the HELP, the special packages to be taken care of. And this morning, very interestingly, Chairman Tanaka has started with innovation, technological changes. And very interestingly, he also mentioned about role of women at various levels. And also, Dr. Veena Swarup has mentioned about role of academia, transfer of technology and research. So some of the point I could pick up so that I will try to address these issues in my presentation. So this is I am from UPES, and interestingly, this university was brainchild, started as late as 2003, and then the first batch came out in 2007. So we started with 240 students, and presently we are over 13,000 students in just 13 years of time. And also we place more than 90% of the student to various industries. So I will talk about those differentiator and covering the point which I have mentioned in my presentation. Some of the slides I will quickly skip because this has been talked about. Thank you very much, Dr. Garg, for the invitation and the opportunity provided us to give our thought and what we do differently in our university. So actually things are changing faster than where we anticipate, because when we see it, in very near future, about 65% of the existing job, there cease to exist, and the entire new job would come up. And interestingly, we just do not know about them. So when we struggle to know what an academia would do it, what type of curriculum we make for the future industry-ready personnel, it has been talked about that industry, when anybody passed out from university, industry need to spend some time to train them. And we claim that we make industry ready from day one. Person joins, within few days he will start delivering. So your curriculum, your methodology, pedagogy has to be so robust in nature. So, but when things are changing, the 65% of it, it's a big puzzle for all of us. And I would also mention how we solve this puzzle, but that's a secret. But I'm going to share it today with all of you. And another point is the job hopper. It's a reality. My dad joined a company and he retired from that company. This is my 7th job. So perhaps the next generation would have 15 jobs or 30 jobs in their career span. So every year. So that's the reality, we have it. And we have talked about the technological innovation. And we are in a VUCA world. VUCA is the word used by the American Army in 1986 when they sent to Iraq and Kuwait. And they said it's very volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So it's a reality. I can link that with the industry. These are the changes when we talked about, and also the changing political scenario, economics, society, and the environment. So we are just in a very complex world. And interestingly, 2 days before I saw this news, by AICT. For those who don't understand the meaning of AICT, this is the body which actually aggregate the engineering, and it says that the 50% of the graduate are jobless, so no more engineering college till 2020. I mean, this is just 48 hours back news. That means there is a big gap. The engineers passed out and the skill required in the industry. So from there, I would build. Dr. Veena has mentioned about the challenges faced by oil and gas sector, so I'm going to skip this slide. And what are the initiatives taken by the academia? So here comes my real delivery, and I'll try to identify those gaps. So education, vocational training, and lifelong learning, and which are central pillar of any employability. Also, the principles of values of decent work provide guidance for the design, delivery of skill development, and are an effective way of managing skill for that transition. Some of the figure I'm gonna show you is the ballpoint figure of skilling 500 million Indians by 2022. That includes development of 150 million by National Skill Development Corporation, which has been just talked about, and the 100 million by the Ministry of Labor, 50 million by MHRD, and rest 230 million by 21 ministry. Now, it has been said word over, the ITES industry has been a success story for India, but that's the past. Now, what is the next? We need to do it. So there are many schemes of capacity building, development of skills in IT and other electronic, and schemes on capacity building and scheme development, which are primarily implemented to face the future challenge. The university and college, they have to introduce new technologies, courses like Geographical Information System, GIS, cyber security, IPR, cloud computing, e-governance, electronic system designing, and manufacturing. Now, from here, we take a clue. Generally, what is being done, academia prepare for industry. What we did differently, we asked the industry, what are your target, what are your challenges in the next 5 to 10 years? And we get the information from there and change our curriculum accordingly. Now, the process, how to do it. To do that, you have industry people willing to upgrade their knowledge. We assign certain joint project, and out of joint project, we try to create new knowledge which is applicable in the industry. And I'll show you some of the research work that has been done, and most of them are application, because speaker before me told that it's all theoretical exercise. Of course, that's the reason which is the gap is been identified by the industry. And then when we have such kind of learning which can be applied, which can be, that knowledge can be executed at industry level, that becomes a win-win situation, and that is the one of the secret to having over 90% of the placement in the industry by university. Another changes which is the MOOC, the massive open online courses that has started few years back, and in India it is picking up. We have set up a target of having such kind of course up to 25% in the entire curriculum of UPES. That's the another differentiator we have implemented. Now, I would straight away come to the topic, because areas, these are the new research area. So if you see that, one of them is blockchain-enabled carbon and emission trading in India. That is the one. And the conceptual model of production automation chain, the innovation in drilling technology, the developing an IoT model. And mind you, these projects are being worked by industry people, and the knowledge we get out of it, we implement them. And based on that, we change our curriculum. That's the secret I'm sharing for the first time outside UPES, anybody. So we take the theme from the significance innovative drilling technology, and in this is the report, 2015 report, which says what is the biggest challenge you are currently facing in one of these survey. So 15% said adopting technology to produce new products. So one of my student, research scholar in Abu Dhabi, been working 25 years, and it is said that new technologies were not adopted, and we took this as a challenge, and we worked, and he has done his PhD on that. So what is the key cutting cost? It is on the topmost, the taking advantage of latest technology in the key cutting cost for the global petroleum producer. And this has been an industry problem, and we took it as a project, and one of the research has come out. It is the lost production opportunity, how we fulfill that, and using the simulate model, and this is hopefully will be, this is one of the ad hoc project. We did it, and perhaps we are in the process of patenting it, so I'm not able to give a lot of information on that, but certainly that will be adopted by them. Another, this is same part of it, just to get, we can use this technology in Mumbai High as well, because as the water content is going up, so gas, oil, water, sludge, just to get the online information using this tool. So that really helps, because conventionally, when we see it after the separator, we come to know the volume of sludge, oil, gas, and water. And here you get online information. About renewable, we have already talked, so I'm going to skip it. The third differentiator that we have it, we in our university, we started with the petroleum courses, and strategically after 5 years we started the IT related courses, be it cloud computing and other IT related courses, and then internally we merge those IT enabler. So we have virtual drilling, the IT enabler in various oil and gas sector. So when we did that internally, we had we have come out with a very robust curriculum, and I must say that these are very our students are acceptable in industry. So that these are the three things. The fourth thing, differentiator, we are doing it. Everybody talking about agriculture, but what we say, smart agriculture. So this year, 2020, we are starting smart agriculture, heavily dependent on information technology. Last but not the least, about the gender. This year, 2020, and mind you, before I make this statement, we are a private university. We are self-funded. We don't get fund from anywhere. So whatever our source is the project, we do it, and the fee which we collect from the student. And we have our challenges, but this year we have started to have women, 50% of the women at leadership role in our university. And also we have 20% 25% discount for all the students, female students who are joining from 2020 to our university. So thank you very much. These are the 5 differentiator we have already implemented in our university. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Pokhriyal. Is in your university, you said that there are quite a number of women, I guess, but how about in the STEM area, science, technology, or mathematics, or engineering? Is there many women?
Right.
Also?
We don't have any social science courses, so most of the courses are technological based oriented courses. Also, we have a school of law where we have the student. So we have in undergraduate as high as 30% of female candidate, and of course less number in engineering. So we have about 18% in women in engineering. Now 2020 we are giving 25% discount on fee, and hopefully we expect this 18% would go up in 2020.
You mean a discount for women?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.